and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, act like you know. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain.
Welcome everyone to another episode of TerrorCrave. We are your hosts. I am Lee, and I'm here with Mr. Butler himself, Jason. What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I got the beanie on. I got the flannel. It was a little bit chilly. It feels like a November day, so I'm
You
good.
are not kidding, man. And also, I mean, you're probably just a little cold because the heat has gone away from you because your season is now over.
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah,
The fire that boils within
yeah.
has
I guess
been
it's
slightly put out.
it's officially over. Although it's never really over for me. I think I did order a prop last night for next year. Just something that I saw, and I said, oh, I can use that next year.
Oh, there you
So
go.
always
Good
ordering
stuff, dude.
stuff.
Very cool. But yeah, man, to your point, it has been a nasty, dreary, rainy day. But guys, we're the light here at the end of the tunnel because again, this is an episode of Terror Crave. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yep.
Jason, we are done with the the holiday Halloween season. But man, there was so much good stuff that came on that we were able to catch, you know what I mean? And I'd love to be able to discuss that and share this with the audience right now, starting with the movie that we'd anxiously been awaiting for over a year. Well, over, I guess, 3 years now. It was
Yeah,
supposed to have come
yeah,
out a year ago, so it was delayed a year. But Halloween Kills,
yeah.
Halloween Kills, that came out. But before we jump into that, I digress. Dude, you just had your Forced to Fear. Tell us about that. Tell the audience about that. Some of the audience members, I'm sure, were actually there. But dude,
Yeah.
I heard it was a fantastic success. What are some highlights?
It was a good turnout, man. You know, every year I try to add a little bit more to it, and well, as well as anybody, it was a busy month for me. Um, we did two short films for BT Haunts. The Night Shifter came out, and then 2 weeks later had the Cozening came out,
Yep.
and we shot each of those movies in one night, and edited. It probably took about 2 days, I guess, 2 days and nights for editing. And we put them out quick, but they were really good, man. They're getting good views. And you guys did a great job as always, Lee. It was awesome, man.
Well, dude, thank you for saying that. But again, this wouldn't have been, come to fruition without the talented brain of Mr. Butler here himself. He came up with both the scripts and shot them both as well. So, dude, I was just happy to be a part of them. And we'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch them because,
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
gotten a lot of good feedback and a lot of great, a high number of views on them both. And if you haven't yet, I know for the people who haven't seen Night Shifter yet, Jason just talked about the Cozening, and that's been out now just a few days. But those
Yeah.
the ratings, quote unquote, ratings are doing pretty good on that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ratings equate to
I
views.
haven't had to delete any comments yet. No,
Yeah, I know,
they've been good. They were both good little short movies. We probably could have made those into longer movies, and but we just wanted to get something short and sweet out, and not too scary. I know I told you, Lee, that I coach Little League football, and I wanted my football players to be able to watch these films.
Yep.
So then they're 8 and 9 year olds, so we had to keep it as PG-ish as we could, and there was a lot of editing of language, and we didn't make it too scary. But I think I had to edit language for pretty much each of you, but I think Steve took the win for that because it was pretty much every other word was the F-bomb. I was like, come
Right.
on, man, come on. Like every time we started, I had cut. No, but he got it. It's hard for him to. He's doing good at acting. It's the no cussing, the no F-bombs that was getting
Right.
him. Yeah.
Well, it's definitely been a lot of fun, dude. But it's definitely been a lot of fun. So that was, and it sounds like the Butler's Forced to Fear went well. Also, it sounds like you had a nice turnout.
Very well, and added one or two small things this year, but didn't get to add as much as I typically do each year. but it was still a good turnout. Everybody had a lot of fun. There was several screams. There were people falling down. Um, the one little girl got stuck in there. She didn't want to go back. She didn't want to go forward. She didn't want to take one of the side doors out or anything. She was just like, nope, that's it. So we had to shut down, and that's the first tonight. That was a highlight, I guess. Having to
Right.
shut down, you know what I mean? Shut down the whole thing to get one person out. I'm good with
Yeah.
that.
You
Yeah,
know what?
success.
That's what it's designed for, right?
Yeah,
Is to scare. And
yeah,
apparently she was terrified. So
yes,
you did good work, my friend. You did good work.
yeah, yeah,
Well, that's cool, man. Like you said, it was definitely busy, but it all came to turned out well there at the end with the
hmm
beers and the films. And we definitely appreciate you guys watching them. Please
yes,
continue to pass them along to your friends and things like that, because we're just here to entertain you. That's what we're here for. We want to make
yeah.
sure you guys are enjoying it. So, and let us know any feedback you have as well. So cool. I guess with that said, man, we'll just jump right into Halloween Kills. I'm just curious to know your first impressions of it. Kick it off.
Okay. I definitely was not disappointed. You know that I like gore, and Halloween movies, all of them prior to this one, have always been good jump scare movies, some blood, some decent kills. But as far as gore and brutal kills, this was definitely the best one. There were some pretty horrific kills in this one, man. Right from the beginning with the fireman that showed up, and
Yeah.
dude, I liked it, man. And the storyline for me, I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. What did you think? Now I know you're not a a gore freak like I am, but what what did you think about the kills?
I will say, and I gotta step back a little bit here because you said the Halloween movies have not been typically known for gore, and I would say that is true, except for the little detour that the Rob Zombie
Oh yeah, well
Halloween
I don't.
films
Yeah, I don't
did.
really even. Yeah, I don't count his in the same kind. I guess I should have said that. I don't count the Rob. Don't get me wrong. I love Rob Zombie, and I
I know
love
you
the
do.
Halloween ones.
Yeah,
I loved both of them. The white horse thing was a little bit weird, but anyway, you know, but I love
it
Rob
was
Zombie.
weird.
I think he did a great version of that. I'm talking about from the original, the John Carpenter original one, up
Right.
to
Okay.
Busta
Yeah.
Rhymes and
Uh, Halloween
H2O and
Resurrection. Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
dude. Why did they keep showing that this Halloween season? Like every time I turned on the TV, that was the one that was on. I was like, come on, man. I couldn't get I would have taken part three, dude, season of the witch or whatever over
Did
that.
they even show that? That would even give
No,
me love this past
no, I
Halloween.
didn't see it at all, man. And I was so anxious because I was like sharing posts on Facebook, like, the masks or whatever, or the little song that came on the TV.
Yeah.
It's almost Halloween time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And no, they didn't show it. I was
Yeah. I don't
upset
think.
with it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't come across it as well. And to your point, because I kept it on AMC quite a bit. If I was home, have something on in the background. I love the little run of horror films, and I didn't see that one anytime they had the
No.
Halloween runs through it. But back to Halloween Kills, I actually thought it was really good. I did like it. I know that the Rotten Tomato critic rating wasn't as high as that, the one that came out previously, Halloween, 3 years ago, but I still really enjoyed it. And yes, it was way more graphic with the gore,
Mhm.
than it had ever been previously, besides the Rob Zombie detours for
Yeah.
those two films. It was like, wow, it was quite a bit. But I liked it. I was a little surprised that Jamie Lee Curtis was not utilized as much as I thought she would be. I mean, she really didn't do much in this film at all. You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
not at all.
She was in the hospital the whole time. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, she never left the hospital, even though
No.
she acted like she was at one point through the codal and all that stuff, and was marching out the door. But I forgot why she didn't make it out, but she never did. And so, but I still like I love what I liked about it is how they brought back a lot of the older characters.
Yeah.
Tommy Doyle. I mean,
Yep.
I know he had made an appearance, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, was Paul Rudd's first film from Halloween. I
Yes.
think it's Halloween 6,
Right. Right,
right?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Halloween 6. that he came, it was like 1994 or something like that, or 92 it was, somewhere around those early 90s when that film came out. But Tommy Doyle was the little boy that Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie
Right.
Strode was babysitting in the original Halloween. Anthony Michael Hall portrayed him in this film.
And
And then
some people were upset about that, they had a different that they had a different actor.
as opposed to like bringing back the same, because what they did with the and I'm not going to remember her name now, the lady from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills,
Yeah,
Richards, Kyle Richards.
okay.
She came back to play the other character, the other little girl that was babysitting.
The
She's
nurse
become
came
really
back. You know what
yeah,
I
the
mean?
nurse, all of that stuff. So I guess are you saying that they were mad because they didn't bring that back, the original actor, the
Yeah.
same, or did they didn't bring back Paul Rudd?
Well, either one. I heard
Yeah.
both ways. That some people said they should have brought back Paul Rudd, some people the original, but it is what it is. I don't even know if maybe the other guy's not around. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't know.
mean? And Paul Rudd, that wouldn't even be. It doesn't matter because this isn't. If they brought back anybody, it should have been the original because they're going off of the original movie.
Right,
You know
like
what I
Halloween
mean?
2 didn't even happen. This
Yeah.
is just for all you guys who don't know, the original Halloween happens, and then you skip everything,
Everything.
and then they go with Halloween that came out 3 years ago, and then
Mhm.
this one, Halloween Kills. So that's the true order. And it's funny because they definitely tried this before with Halloween H2O, where they
Oh
acted
yeah.
like 4, 5, and 6 never happened. Or
It's
3, of course,
confusing.
because 3 is outside of continuity. Yeah. And then they have Halloween 1 and 2, and then they jump from Halloween 2. But I liked Halloween 2. I think actually
Yeah.
that one holds up
I did too. I thought it was
pretty
good.
well.
I liked Halloween 3. You know.
Yeah, that one I've seen very few. I don't think I've actually seen Halloween 3 from beginning to end. I've seen the whole movie, but like in pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never did. But and back to Halloween Kills is what we were talking about. I definitely give it. I'm very excited about the next one, which comes out next year. Halloween Ends, which is a little bit misleading because, guys, we all know that these movies will be continuing
Oh no,
on in
this is
some
it forever.
timeline.
Just like H2O. Yeah.
Yep. Right.
No,
Yeah.
well, what you were saying, I think Jamie Lee Curtis is going to get a lot of camera or screen time
Yes.
in this next one, the way that they built it up. And I don't, we'll put spoilers out there, but I was happy when her daughter got killed, dude. What the
Really.
hell? Well, yeah, man. Why is she wearing a Christmas sweater, man? On Halloween movie. That right there, she should get killed for that. She don't even have to be kin to Laurie Strode. Which it didn't matter that she was kin to her anyway.
Right. I do like Judy Greer as an actress. That's the lady
I do.
the girl who portrayed her. But yeah, I was actually surprised that she got killed. That death surprised me.
Yeah.
At the very end there, I thought she kind of had made it.
I knew she was gonna get it, man. When she was just staring out the window, I said, "Yeah, yeah." I knew somebody had to get killed, and Lori didn't get killed. And I said, somebody has got to go. It's going to build up something. And I said, well, maybe it's going to be Lori and her granddaughter or her daughter and granddaughter. They're the ones that are going to take Michael out. Or as soon as like I saw her like walking through the window, I said, it's her, man. Lori's going to flip, and then they killed her. I said, good. Take that damn sweater off.
Oh yeah, man.
I liked it, man. If you gave it a rating out of 10, what would you give it? We can't do this on 5, so
yeah, I'd give it a 8.
Yeah, I'd give it a strong 8, man. Same here.
Yep.
I love it. The gore was awesome, man. That was definitely to me the goriest one that they, even more than the Rob Zombie ones, man. Like I say, right at the beginning, and with the fireman's pick or whatever, it's like gracious.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
But see, before we move on from Halloween, and I just have to comment on what that last thing is. And I did watch pieces of the Rob Zombie Halloweens over the weekend because they were running, and I still think those are darker.
Yeah,
just that way more, just like that edge to it. That this one, even though it was gory and had a lot of crazy violence, I still think the Rob Zombie ones were just in a darker way.
That's Rob Zombie, brother. That's Rob
you know
Zombie
what
all
I
the way.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love those, man. they're a go-to movie for me if I want to take a nap. You know what I mean? I'll put on something good and scary and kick back. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well,
What
those
about
are
the
great
ending?
things to
So
sleep in.
so people are mad because now he's a mystical type creature. You know what I mean? He's
Right.
he's more like Jason or Freddy.
Yeah. That little
So
supernatural stuff is
yeah, and I know John Carpenter liked the idea of him being well, I don't know. I've heard both ways. And if you watch the interviews with John Carpenter, one time he'll say, he's a evil human being. And then another time he'll say, well, he's more than human. He's not just human. There's something. So I'm like, wait, which one is it? Is he?
right. He
So
wants to keep you guessing. He wants to keep you
yeah.
guessing.
Well, I mean, you've always known if you go through with the series that you can't get shot that many times and keep coming back, blown up,
Exactly.
caught on fire, and you know.
Yeah.
So I liked it, man. I thought it was good. I can't wait till the next one. I just
Yeah.
hope they do it justice. If they're gonna kill Michael Myers, let's do it in good fashion, man.
Yep. And you know what I like about these latest Halloween movies too, is that they're actually being released in the fall.
Yeah,
I have never understood why the Halloween movies up until this first one 3 years ago, and maybe I don't know when the original one came out. Maybe it came out around Halloween also, but why they just never came out during Halloween. They'd
really.
always be released at, they'd be released on like June or which is fine. I mean, you could release a horror movie then, but I was just like, this is the perfect movie to release leading up to Halloween.
Yeah, yeah,
People are
I
going to go
agree.
see it, and it's been
Well,
working out for them. I guarantee you, the movies probably wouldn't have been as much of a hit if they hadn't
no,
been
no,
doing
I
these
agree
past
with
fall
that.
releases.
But you look at like the TV shows, how they plan those, like The Walking Dead, American Horror Story. Um, and we can jump right into this one. We're going to talk about it anyway. It's Chucky. That started right at
Yeah,
Halloween too.
yeah, in the month
What do
of
you
October.
think so far of old Chucky the TV series?
So during our last show, I didn't talk very fondly of the Chucky films. I don't believe. You know what I mean? Because I think I just recently had them on in the background, and to me, they just didn't really hold up. I know I'm in the minority here, but they don't hold up as well as some of the other classic horrors like
Right.
Friday the 13th and Halloween and
Sure. I
Nightmare on
agree.
Elm Street and stuff like that. And no, they just and they just went really silly near the end too with Curse of, or I'm sorry, Seed of Chucky and all that stuff. It just got
Oh
really
yeah.
weird and all this stuff. So all that to be said, I am digging this new television show, man. Uh-oh, you don't like it, do you? Oh,
I love
I
it.
think,
I know
yeah,
I love it.
okay. I think it's great. I'm pleasantly surprised how much I'm really enjoying this show. I
It
mean, it's
was
good.
well, to me, the original Child's Play out of that series is definitely the best. The
Mhm.
second one they came back, it wasn't bad, but when you get into where
3 and
yeah, the kids over at some military school now, and they
yeah,
got, and then you get into Curse Chucky, and then it is what it is. It's just a horror movie franchise.
yeah,
That's basically it. All it is. At that point, it's like a Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I will say there's four top ones to me. There's Jason, Freddy, Michael, and Leatherface.
yeah.
Those are the top four franchises to me. And then you can work down, and I throw a bunch of them in with like Child's Play, Hellraiser, and a bunch of those. I think you got the Mount Rushmore,
Right.
if you will, of horror, and then on down. And Chucky's in that second level,
Hmm.
Child's Play. I like
Yeah.
the original one. The other ones were just franchise, but this movie, I mean, this TV series is like they kept with the original movie, but they modernized it to today. It's still not, you know, a deranged robot. It's a possessed
Yeah.
doll. So I
Yeah.
like that. But I'm digging it, man. I like the storyline they've got going along with it. The kid that, has them is, a little mentally unstable. Not to where he needs to be on medication, I don't think. He's just a teenager. And if you've got a possessed doll telling you, instead of your uncle or aunt or grandmother, whoever giving you the advice, it's a possessed doll, you know,
Yeah.
that's who's giving him the advice. And so I'm digging it, man.
I am too. I love where it's going. And yes, the boy obviously I wouldn't say call him mentally unstable. I think he's just been
Yeah.
you know, he's just an underdog and bullied, and his mother passed away and his father didn't show him any love, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And he's
Yeah.
just more emotionally damaged
Yeah.
is the way I
Yeah.
would
There you go.
have
That's a good
created
word.
that. Where someone can come in to someone, you know, they're
Persuade them.
really vulnerable at that point in time. So somebody can come in and do that. But as much as he was pushed and pushed and pushed, he never did anything in these first
No,
3 episodes.
not
And now
yet.
where and what's happening? No, I think what's happening is, which is taking a little turn here. I see. Oh my God, what is that girl's name?
Are you talking about the little girl?
No, the bully,
Oh, the bully.
bully
Oh,
blonde, the blonde,
I
Kelsey, something like that. Is the
maybe.
blonde
Mm,
girl? She's I see her, and because now she's fully aware that this doll is, you know, out and about and running around because it attacked her at the very last episode,
yeah.
you know, and then the house caught on fire and all that stuff. I foresee those two teaming up to take
What?
Chucky.
Really?
I do see that. That's what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? I just, because somehow, you know, she was already starting to defrost a little bit
Yeah.
against that boy, you know, with him, you know what I mean? And he never
Yeah.
killed her, you know what I mean? Even though he had that one chance. I mean, she literally came to his garage.
Yeah. But what about when he was in the woods and he ran out and it turned out to be his cousin?
His cousin. He
I
did. Yep.
mean,
He might
he
have. It
may
might have
have,
happened then. It
yeah,
might
he
have
might have
happened,
got her there.
but it didn't. I mean, the
I can't, I don't
circumstances.
like her, man. I don't like your idea, Lee. I don't, I think I want her to get killed so bad, man. She's such a mean person, man. I
She
don't
is a
know.
mean
That's
person.
terrible. But she was like, she came over there to get the doll and she apologized. And she's like, what? I came all the way over here to apologize and you're not going to give me the doll?
Yeah,
Like, come on, man.
I know, and she is a mean person. And I'm not saying that I'm a fan of hers. I just see, you know, she didn't die this past
No.
episode, so I don't think she's gonna die. They didn't show her dying. I don't think she will die in this next episode or maybe this next. Maybe, you know what? I could be totally wrong. In the next 5 minutes, we find out, or in that next, the first 5 minutes of the show, we find out that she's, you know, dead or died in the fire or what have you. I just don't see it going that way. And maybe I'm wrong, but
I
we'll
think
see.
that Chucky's going to kill the boy and end up with the little girl. Just stay with that little girl, the sister, the young
Yeah,
sister, because she's a little bit twisted, man.
she is, yeah, she's got something going on, you
She's just
know.
sitting there talking to Chuck, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go kill your sister now. You want to come?" She's like,
Yeah,
"Eh." Like, what?
I know.
Not like, what are you gonna do? She's like, "Nah."
Yeah,
That's
and
just wild. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go kill your sister now.
I know it's pretty wild. And a couple things that I'm surprised about the show too is the amount of cursing and violence. I mean, pretty much. I mean, that they're. I don't know how USA and Sci-Fi, but yet someone like AMC. I don't know if that's still the case. If like AMC can't, and it's not like just they get one F bomb. There's like multiple ones that are
Well, yeah,
thrown
we've talked about
thrown
this
out.
before. Like FX, FX would say stuff, and then like every once in a while you'd hear an F bomb. And on The Walking Dead, he couldn't use the F bomb. They, I mean, look at Negan as the character in the
Yeah,
comic to the thing. I mean, to the show, and I mean they've been throwing in a few more here and there, but yeah, Sci-Fi man they were getting, and it's Sci-Fi and USA.
yeah, because it's coming on both. I think it comes on one channel one night, and then
Maybe
USA on Tuesday and Sci-Fi on Wednesday or something like that. Maybe Sci-Fi
okay,
Thursday. It comes on two different nights.
yeah,
But the fact is, like I said, they're not limited to one. You know, like PG-13 movies, you can have one F bomb and that's it.
yeah,
I mean, this last episode I watched had like 4 or 5 at some point. You know what I mean? We're just like Chucky's every other thing was like I was like,
yep.
damn. And the violence is also, you know, with the blood and
I'm
stuff like that. So
I just think
pretty
that
soon this will
they've
be,
stepped up one level to whatever level FX was on. They went from
yeah,
the TBS AMC up to this next level because yeah, it's like watching HBO or something.
yeah.
The way they're
Makes me
acting, but and I'm not.
make,
It's fine with me, but
makes me rethink I should maybe watch The Purge because they came on USA and Sci-Fi, and maybe that's the way they've been rolling. I thought that would be watered down
no,
Purge,
no. I
but based
watched
on
that
what I'm
TV show.
seeing,
It's a good
yeah,
TV show. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it is good. The Purge.
okay,
But I don't. maybe they did, but I don't remember them. I don't
Going that
remember any
far.
of them dropping like Child's Play's
Like,
done. But yeah, I mean, I'm
yeah.
fine, whatever. But
A couple of things I want to make. I things about the show. I love the way it comes on and how the credits change every week. You know, to where
yeah,
so the
the
cool
lettering,
graphics or
yeah,
the
or the
lettering
font,
and stuff like that. I like how they are, even though I disparaged the Child's Play movies and when I prefaced my thoughts on it all, I do like that they're paying respect to it because obviously this is in the same timeline of all of those movies.
yeah,
You know, that's one thing that Chucky, well, I take that back. They did try that a two or 3 years ago where they had that Child's Play movie. But I would say that's one thing about Child's Play that you can say is it's been the continuity
yeah,
stands.
yeah,
You know what I mean? They haven't been multiple reboots or this movie doesn't count or this or that or this or that. They're all, you know what I mean? It's like they're all a clear cut storyline. Every movie builds on the other one. All the characters are all involved because this movie or this TV show has already said they're going to bring back characters from the military school, you know,
well,
in
yeah,
part three.
didn't they? Somebody's called and told them to get rid of Chucky, right? Or talk to him
That's
about the
probably,
doll.
they
I
did.
think
And
that's
my guess that was
Andy.
Andy. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's Andy as well.
That,
Um,
well, I already
so
know that. Oh
Jennifer
shoot,
Tilly.
yeah, she's gonna be in the show at some
Yep.
point. I don't
And
understand
Tiffany.
that, but
She'll be Tiffany or, oh no, because remember, like I said, Curse of Chucky, Tiffany was able to put herself into Jennifer Tilly's body. So I don't
right.
know if she's playing Jennifer. Now, maybe that'll be a retcon that they actually do,
Ooh.
and that Jennifer Tilly is not Jennifer Tilly and she's Tiffany. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just,
That'd be cool.
you know, but I do know that the actress that we know in real life, Jennifer Tilly, will be on Chucky playing some version of Tiffany. You know what I mean? And so I do like that as well that they've kind of built on. And I will say this: every time that show came on, it was like with Devon Sawa,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I think it was the third episode. It dawned on me, and I kept waiting. I was like, when are they going to show Devon Sawa? Because as we all know, he is from late '90s, and then into the 2000s, he did Idle Hands, which is a comedy horror. And then he did Final Destination, the very
Yeah.
first Final Destination.
Yeah.
He was the main character in both those films. I did not realize that he'd been in the show since the very beginning, that he was playing the twins, the father and the uncle. You know, I guess he had just changed that much. And I just, because every episode I was like, oh, when are they going to, he keeps saying with Devon Sawa, what character is he playing? When is he going to appear?
Yeah, he doesn't
And I
look
was like,
anything like he used to. I actually
I was
looked
like,
it
oh my
up like
gosh.
after the first one, just I was checking if he was in it or not, and that I didn't know. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was him. I actually thought that was another actor, which may have been him in another movie that I watched and didn't realize it was him.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I just didn't.
When I
I thought of
realized
that.
it was him, I went back, I was like, oh shoot, I did the quick IMDb check. And let's just say I haven't seen him he's done a lot of movies. I
All right,
haven't seen any of them. I haven't
all
seen any
right.
of them because they're all look pretty like in
Mm,
the, B list type
yeah,
of
the
films.
Amazon Prime wormhole that you can fall into.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. But no, anyway, it was just kind of cool. He's also a horror icon from those two movies, or
yeah.
you know what I mean? Not a
Oh
horror
yeah,
icon, but he's,
he's
yeah.
there. He's there.
So it's kind of cool that he's in the movie as well, or in the show as well. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, I'm just pleasantly surprised. I told my brother about it. I was like, man, check it out. I was like, I
Yeah.
watched it because I had to do a review for the show. And now I find myself to be looking forward to it and checking it out and see where it's going to go.
Well, I guess I'll say that I know you still haven't watched them, and I wish I had listened to you. The new series Day of the Dead is terrible. It's really I don't even know. Like, what was that? So Z Nation, is that the one you were comparing to?
Yes.
Because I never watched
Yeah.
that, but I watched the prequel to that.
No.
the-
Yeah.
the
Black
series.
Summer.
Black Summer, which I thought was great. You told me about that one. I thought that was great. And at first I was hesitant with that because I was like, man, I watched a little bit of Z Nation, like a few episodes, and I was like, what in the world is this, man? And
Yeah.
and with this one here, I watched the first episode trying to get into it. And then I watched about 5 to 10 minutes of the second episode, and I was like, dude, this is, I don't know. It wasn't good. I didn't like it, man. The acting is not good at all. The graphics are cheesably horrible
Right.
and just not good, man. I don't even, I don't know. It was like they said, hey, let's do this. Let's try to make it kind of like Army of Darkness, like the Return of the Dead mixed with, or
Evil
Return of
Dead.
the Evil Dead, and let's try to make it a little cheesy, but make it like this. But I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Sharknado for like the rest of my life than to watch that.
I am sorry to hear that it turned out to be the way that I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I
Yeah,
saw those commercials that one day. I think it was while I was watching that Child's Play marathon or had it on in the background while I was working. And it was, and again, I'm very sorry you had to sit through it, my friend, but I knew
yeah.
I couldn't
I
just
was
based
trying to
on that.
prove you wrong. That's all it was.
Yes. Well, well, guys, it sounds like we will not be watching or reviewing any more of that Day of the Dead series at
No,
all.
no.
So, or Dawn, I'm sorry, Day of the Dead series, yeah. So, well, I will say there, Jason, I know you didn't get a chance to watch it, but guys, I did watch a show on Netflix called Midnight Mass. It is created by Mike Flanagan, who did The Haunting of Hill House
Hmm.
that came out a couple of years ago. He also directed Doctor Sleep, which was a sequel to The Shining, and he did Gerald's Game, which was
I
the
like
Stephen King
that.
adaptation,
Yeah.
you know, that was on Netflix. And so this guy is, and Stephen King raves about this guy on most of the shows that he's done. He also did The Haunting of Bly House, which I have
Yeah.
not watched. That
Ooh,
came out last year.
I like
Did
that
you watch
better
that
than The
one?
Haunting of Hill House. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll definitely have to check that one out. I will say, and he also did another movie before I get into my quick little review about this. Another movie called, oh my gosh, it's going to drive me crazy now. And I have to tell you what it was because this movie came out and I hadn't even heard of it before. And I called it a couple years ago. Oh no, what is it? It is called Hush.
Mm.
Did you
Oh,
see
this is
that
a good
one?
movie. Yeah.
About the hearing impaired lady who was living in the cabin and the serial killer comes and was trying to get her. So he's got his hand in horror. I would say, guys, if you haven't yet, it's 7 episodes on Netflix, Midnight Mass. I will just now add that into my list when I'm raving about Mike Flanagan, because again, this is another show that I think it's a slow burn in the very beginning. But I love it. And Jason, kind of like what you're trying to do, and what American Horror Story does as well, when they
Hmm.
they kind of keep the same cabal of actors.
Yeah.
You know, this is what Flanagan's doing as well. He's working with the same people. Henry Thomas is in this. I believe he was in his 2 previous
Elliot from ET,
series.
right?
Yep, as well. He was also He
Oh
was
yeah,
also
he
in
was in The Haunting
Gerald's
of Hill
Game.
House and
Yep,
Bly
Haunting of
Man.
Bly
Yeah.
House.
Well, that's cool. I didn't
And
know he was doing that.
so he's seems like he's getting, and he's using the same actors a lot,
Okay.
all over again. So check it out, guys. It's really good. 7 episodes. It got overshadowed. Ratings, it did really well on Netflix, but Squid Game which is still, I watched it. I
I've
liked it,
only
but it's
watched
still
like
shocking to
first.
me. Go ahead.
You like that though, right? I mean, because
I
everybody
did.
seems to like it. I only watched like part of the first episode and I fell asleep. Not because I think that's the same thing that happened to me with Black Summer.
Yeah.
As I started watching, I fell asleep and then I forgot about it. But the way it sounds, I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, which is, I was to say, Squid Game, they came out within a week of each other, Midnight Mass and Squid Game. Midnight
Hmm.
Mass did huge for Blockbuster, for Netflix.
You just showed your age there, buddy.
I definitely did.
Gracious.
Yeah, man, go check out Midnight Mass and Blockbuster. No, it was huge for Netflix, but it was overshadowed because Squid Game is the number 1 show that Netflix has ever done, like all over the world,
Really?
which is, it really
Wow.
is. It's kind of crazy, but it is. It's the biggest hit they've ever had, over Stranger Things, over Outer Banks, over whatever, you name it. You know what I mean? It's the biggest show they've ever had. So
That's pretty
Mass,
amazing.
it is. Midnight Mass came out though, and it also got huge ratings and viewings. But again, it just, was kind of overshadowed by
Hmm.
Squid Game. that kind of dominated the conversation that everyone was having. But check it out, guys. It's really good. Jason, I really want to know your
I will
opinion
have
on
to
it as
check it
well.
out now.
You know,
So
it's good. And I would say Hamish Linklater, if he's not nominated for an Emmy, I will be shocked. He plays the preacher, the Monsignor, uh, the Catholic priest,
really,
and I would just be shocked if he's not nominated. I'll say that. I'll say that. I thought he was incredible in his role.
I'll have to watch it now, and maybe I'll set a reminder for Friday because if I start it tonight, I'll just be up all night. I'm terrible about binging.
Right.
Stick with Netflix for a second. I'll tell you another one that I've only got one episode left. I don't know if you watch it or not, but Lock and Key, the season 2, which isn't really a horror movie, but it's got some scary parts. I love it, man.
I ask you not to say anything because we are on the 4th episode. We watch that as a family. And
yeah,
my
I won't say
friends,
anything. I
I
love
don't know
it
if you're
though.
aware of this or not. Yeah, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but it does have horror. The guy, Joe Hill, if I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
mistaken,
Stephen
is
King's
the
son.
author. Yes,
That's right.
he was the creator of Lock and Key, the graphic novels
Okay.
that they're based, that the show is based on. But no, I'm also watching that, man. But we're just a little slow because it's not a show I can watch by myself. All 4 of us have to be here and ready to go because we watch
Yeah.
that together as a family. I love it. I love it. Are you
Yeah, I
saying?
think it's great.
Are you? Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I won't say anything about it, but it's second season's just as good as the first, maybe better actually. It's pretty decent.
That's incredible. Yeah, I love that show. I think it's great. We all did like it. I'm curious to see where this one's going to go.
Yeah.
Where it's going. You already know you're ahead of me. You already ahead of me on the trail, but I'm curious to see where the season's going because it's starting off really good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
And,
all right, so off of Netflix now, although I think we could talk another couple of hours about their series that they have. They have so many of them.
yeah.
American Horror Story with double feature part 2. What do
Yes.
you think?
I think American Horror Story has a hard time ending series on a high note. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta go agree with you, man. I gotta agree.
I think they know how to start a show really well. They get you interested and captivated in it, and then they can keep your interest as well. There's been a little iffy, some middle episodes every now and then, but for the most part, and maybe I have to go back and think. I think their endings are pretty lackluster a lot of the times, And these 2 series that were within this one season, both episodes and finales were terrible.
Yeah, I have to agree 100%, man. I went up last week. I got done editing the Cozening, and I went upstairs, and I think did I release it last Wednesday?
Thursday.
Okay. So I went upstairs though to watch American Horror Story last week. And I'm looking through my DVR. I was like, what in the world, man? And I went to it and I said, well, damn, it must be mid-season. I guess they're gonna, they're taking a break because American Horror Story did that before but I said, well, it's usually closer to Thanksgiving and they would take a break and then come back, in December and finish out the last couple episodes. And I said, okay. So I was checking to see what it was coming on this week or it's gone. And I talked to you earlier and I said, hey man, is American Horror Story over? Because that just, to me, that was like a regular episode going off. And thought it, maybe that's the problem is like every episode ends with a decent kind of cliffhanger, like to lead you on to the next episode. And I thought that's what happened. And here it's been 2 weeks now and the show's been finished and I've been waiting. I was mad. I was like, did somebody like turn off my like schedule to record this or
Right. Yeah, dude. It's it started off good. I liked the whole sci-fi
yeah.
bent on it. I love how they were playing anytime they went to the flashbacks in the black and white, they had they had that woo
Yeah.
music playing the
Yeah.
whole time. A lot of it was reminiscent to me, which is of Mars Attacks, which in and of itself was reminiscent of the old 50s science fiction film. So you know
Sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like that was, but it reminded me, it was just, so I did like a lot of the aspects of it. But again, I just think they have a hard time ending it. So I can never give it a full like high rating. I would actually say, and it's the season that most people love. I am in the minority when I say I don't like it, but
Freak
Asylum,
Show.
just because it was
Oh,
too
Asylum. Oh yeah, I love this
Asylum
song.
because it was too weird and that's just whatever for me. It bothered me a lot, actually. It really did. It disturbed me. But I would say that ending was probably one of the more complete endings of you know what I mean? I actually
Wrap it
as
up.
I'm
Don't I
talking about
mean,
this,
yeah,
yeah, as I'm
if
talking
you're
about
gonna
this
end it,
and I'm
just
realizing it wasn't this, yeah.
it's
And
crazy, man. Every season's kind of like that. It's like they have a good cliffhanger between each episode and they get to the end and they just stop it. And you're like, well, what was that the end of it? They didn't like you didn't find out like in this one. I wish I had found out like I was hoping I thought for sure like they were gonna come more modern and show like the president was one of the supreme beings or whatever now, whatever they call him, the
yeah,
perfect being or whatever. And that's how they were just
yeah.
pretty much gonna wipe out. But they just I don't know.
Well, because they introduce all these weird, like the last episode, they introduced this other alien race that somehow they're, you know, the lizard people or
Yeah.
whatever that were somehow came out of nowhere and was right there in the White House with him. You know what I mean? But then he would be licking his tongue out right when he was beside the dude
Yeah,
or
you
on
wouldn't do that.
TV, and I'm like, how did? But I was like, why did that how did that dude not see that this? You know, Nixon doesn't realize that his right hand man is
No.
a freaking lizard creature, but the lizard creature is just not trying to hide that he's a lizard creature because his tongue is just slipping on out and licking around when he's talking to Nixon when he's there. And it was just, and I'm like,
Well,
and then one more thing I gotta say. Also, when uh, uh, Eisenhower, no, yeah, right, that was the president that was played by Neil McDonough. Um, when he's on his deathbed or laying in bed,
yeah.
he's he's looking at the television and he sees the guy speaking and he sees the guy's we all do, the audience and everything sees the little lizard eyes go in its little reptile like way, and he sees that, and I'm like, no one else besides him has the ability to see that this lizard creature's on television talking and his eyes are going all we, you know what I mean? It
Well,
stuff like that, just I don't get it.
there's video clips on YouTube that you can look at. You know, if you go down, if you're sitting there watching YouTube and another video pops up and another one, you're on this thing, and next thing you know, I've seen videos come up where it said like Among Us or They Live Among Us or something like that, and it'll be a real clip of or at least it looks like a real clip of a news clip or something, and it'll look like their face for a second changes or something, it comes back. And I've seen like the lizard eye wink and all
Oh,
that, you know what I mean? So stuff like
so
that. So I was digging the way that they were throwing that in there. Like, look, that dude's standing right beside him. Oh, look, there's a little, you know, like somebody might have noticed that. And now there's a conspiracy theory like we have nowadays that people think that there are actual lizard people living among us. I mean, that's a thing now.
yeah,
It's a big conspiracy theory.
I know. I guess maybe that's what they're trying to play off of, but it was just weird. They just introduced it in the very last episode, and then don't go anywhere with it, you know, or I don't know. I don't know. It just was, and it was just disappointing for me. That's all. I think the aliens probably could have dealt with a few more episodes. We only got 4 episodes to tell that story with, actually.
Hmm.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
those
that's
six
right.
went to Red Tide or what first 6 went to Red Tide, and then the last 4 were Death Valley. And I don't know, man. It was kind of, it was just it was a blah. It was blah to me. Uh, at least the finales, they tainted them both with those little arcs that ran through it. Eh,
Well, it's almost like he starts writing the series before he knows how many episodes that he actually has. You know what I
right.
mean? Like he's writing, I
Yeah.
mean, maybe there was 14 in this season and he was like, "Oh, shit, they only let us do 12 of them this time." Okay, well, just
Right.
throw the other two away.
Well, I'll say this: if you're looking for a miniseries or a little, that's going to tell a horror arc in the fall around this time frame, torn between Mike Flanagan and Ryan Murphy. Go with Mike Flanagan every time, guys, because he has yet to disappoint in the ones that I've watched. And they're kind of similar in vein because they use the same troupe of actors and all that stuff too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I can recommend Haunting of Hill House. Jason can recommend Haunting of Bly House,
yeah,
and because you saw both though. You did see both Haunting of Hill
yeah,
House and
both
Bly
of them.
House.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So he can recommend both of them. I just haven't seen Bly House, and then I go with Midnight Mass. Um, that's what I would do. If you're looking for a season-long arc of a horror show, just check go in that direction.
And a new movie that just came out. I know you watched it. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't want you to say anything. But just you can give it. I don't know. You can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Is the new Paranormal Activity movie?
Yes, I will go ahead and give it a thumbs up. This is a complete reinvention of Paranormal Activity. This does not tie into any of the other ones at
Wow,
all. At
cool.
least that's not been revealed to me. At least you know what I mean. Maybe there's some little down the road to be like, oh, that's what that
Easter.
meant. But no,
Yeah,
there's
there'll
been
be
nothing.
Easter eggs.
But there's been nothing that ties it into this own separate story.
Cool.
Uh, so
Well,
I
they
definitely
couldn't go any
recommend it.
farther with the other story. I mean, geez, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were tying into
Yeah.
like somebody in Mexico. It's like
Right. Right.
gracious.
So, but I actually, I've talked about it before. I'm a huge fan of the Paranormal Activity
Mhm.
movies. I wouldn't say that this was. I don't think it was as scary. There was lots of terrifying scenes in this one, in my opinion. It didn't
Mhm.
scare me like the other ones. It did keep me on my seat though, on the edge of my seat. You know what I mean? But no, definitely recommend it. I definitely recommend it. Check it
Okay.
out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, I think we have said it all.
Yes.
I know we wanted to also, I don't know if you wanted, I'm going to toss it over to you now, my friend. I don't know if there was something about are we waiting? Maybe we were waiting for that. Okay. Well,
No. Oh, for the next one?
what's
For
that?
the next one or for the next
I
one?
thought, well, yeah, I was going to see if you wanted to announce the next movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can do
Okay.
that.
All
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not that secretive, but well,
right.
yeah, we got to get a few more views before I go, you know. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to have it out before it'll definitely be out before Christmas. We'll get one more short horror movie with a Christmas theme to it, uh, probably out the week before Christmas. And it's called Christmas Dinner. And what happens when a couple of nice people get together for a dinner and some pretty odd fellows walk up to the door with a flat tire. Yeah, who knows what could happen. So should be pretty good. We've got the same actors. We've got you and Jake, and we've got Chris and Steve, Mary, and another actress who I don't know her name yet. That's terrible.
To
But
be revealed.
yeah, to be revealed.
Yeah.
But it'll be a really good movie, man. Christmas Dinner out before Christmas, and I got a snow machine. I'm really excited
Yeah,
about that. I've
guys.
told Lee like 4 or 5 times, hey, did I tell you I got a snow machine? I got a snow machine. I'm excited about that. So is
Yeah,
Alice. She's going to be the first one I have snow on.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Alice, you hear that? Get excited. Get
Yeah,
excited, Alice.
she
Yeah.
is.
I know she is. She's showing it. She's showing it.
Yeah.
It's all over her faces.
Yeah, all smiles, man.
Yep. Well, cool, guys. Well, that brings us to the end. I don't think I've left anything out. We said it all, my friend.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Go watch or you don't have to go anywhere. Just watch The Cozening. Watch Night Shifter.
Yeah.
Watch the new
Yeah, guys.
Thanksgiving special that I threw out there.
Yes, please
Check
do
that
that.
out.
That's really entertaining as well. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That just dropped or came back out today, right? That just dropped
Today,
today,
yeah.
right?
It's
Yep.
kind of a
Guys.
re-release, but yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Alice
Yeah,
stars in it.
guys. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. So check that out. As I said all the time, guys, let us know, like us, Let us know your thoughts on any upcoming episodes, and for that matter, let us know your thoughts on the movies as well, guys. If you have any
Yeah.
ideas, shoot us a note. We'll be more than happy to try to adapt your idea into a storyline. But
Yeah.
we do appreciate everyone trying to watch, everyone watching it, and all the feedback you've given us. It's definitely appreciated.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say, we've still got people sharing the video, so I wanted to give it a little bit longer, but we're going to give away screen use props from the Cozening and from Night Shifter. We'll probably do that next week. We may have to do a quick little live thing and just randomly draw people's names. We've got stuff like Night Shifter's mask. We've got the dagger from the Cozening. I've got scripts signed. Maybe they'll be worth money one day or something. You know, I doubt it, but you never know. But anyway, we got several props that we're going to give away, and I've got maybe I'll throw in a one of our new BT Haunts T-shirts or a BT Haunts beer glass.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
All exciting stuff. But we really appreciate you guys watching. We definitely do. And look out for Christmas dinner. And like Jason said, in order to keep your keep your palate wet between now and the Christmas dinner, check out the Cozening and Night Shifter for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Check
right,
'em out.
guys. Jason, thank you very much, my friend. As always, I've enjoyed every minute of this.
Same here, Lee. Thank you, man.
I bid you do as well.
Yeah.
And guys, please tune into our next episode. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, also, no matter your affiliation, actually, it doesn't matter because if you day of filming, it is voting day.
Yeah.
No matter what, get out and vote. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. No matter who you're voting for, just vote.
Exactly.
Even though by the time you're watching this, the vote will already
it'll be
happen.
too late.
So it
but
doesn't matter.
if you don't vote, don't complain. You can't complain if you didn't vote. There.
Exactly.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
guys. Take care.